Monster. The Ed Gein story. The name alone pulls up a whole warehouse of myths. Tonight, I'm cutting through the legend to what the show gets right, what it bends, why that difference matters. First, the hook Ed Gein has been blamed for inspiring half of Hollywood's creepiest villains: the skin suit boogeyman, the graveyard ghoul, the silent farmhouse horror. Myth loves the monster. Reality is colder, smaller, and somehow more unsettling. Quick baseline. Gein was a reclusive man from rural Wisconsin, arrested in 1957. Declared legally insane, he was linked to 2 murders and a series of grave robberies. Not a cross-country super predator, not a mastermind, not the body count legend the internet likes to pass around. He was sick, isolated, dangerous, just not in the cinematic way he's often framed. So where does the Netflix series land? Monster leans into a familiar rhythm: slow burn dread, tightly framed rooms, the pressure of a town trying not to look at what's in its own backyard. It does a strong job making the setting a character. Hardware store, the farmhouse, the churchyard, places where routine tries to smother suspicion. But here's the myth-reality line you should watch for. Myth: Gein was a prolific serial killer. Reality: 2 confirmed murders, the rest is grave robbing and rumor. Myth: he was a Hannibal-level planner. Reality: he was erratic, compulsive, and mentally unwell. Myth: the town knew and looked away. Reality: there were odd behaviors and red flags, yes, but hindsight exaggerates how obvious it all was. Where the show excels is atmosphere, how fear seeps into everyday life. Where it risks blurring truth is in compositing events, tightening timelines, and, at times, implying more intent and scope than the record supports. That's a common true crime trap. Story gravity pulls facts toward the center to make a cleaner arc. Let's talk ethics. Monster's big test is always the same. Do the victims have a voice? Or are they just shadows to make the villain taller? When the series pauses to honor who these women were, their families, their routines, their hopes, it feels necessary. When it lingers too long in the house, it risks turning evidence into spectacle. The respectful path is simple. Center the people who were harmed, and keep the camera away from the thrill. If you're watching, here's a quick reality checklist. Keep a browser tab open to verified sources, court records, local reporting, credible books. Treat rumors like smoke, not fire. Notice when music and lighting suggest certainty, the facts don't. Final thought. Monster. The Ed Gein story works best when it shows a community wrestling with silence, stigma, missed chances. The real lesson isn't about a legendary monster. It's about the tiny moments, ignored warnings, shrugged off oddities that add up to tragedy. And those are the parts we can actually change. If you want to follow up where I break down what's documented versus dramatized episode by episode, drop a comment with the scene you want fact-checked. I'll bring receipts.